ride up the range, I'm going to introduce the riders for you. On the east side, I have Steve Bachhaus, Rick Stevens, Rick Kistler, and Larry Major. On the west side is Steve Pena, Bob Brown, Terry Bachhaus, Danny Chestnut, and bringing up the rear in his little sidecar is Marty Danner. Start out riding on the range in deuces. This is where they will ride down the middle of the range, side by side, approximately 6 to 12 inches apart. This maneuver you'll see a couple of times because it helps get them set up for other maneuvers, such as the flare, which goes hand in hand with deuces, and is what we call it when they separate at the up down at the end. Now what they're going to go into now is called the heart. It's very simple. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the hourglass. It's a very simple maneuver. The riders each start in the corner, they ride to the center, then ride back to the corner. Kind of looks like sand trickling from the top of the hourglass to the bottom. Now they're going to do individual circles. This maneuver, each rider will do an independent outside circle at the same time. While they're making their circles, Marty will fly down the middle between them.
Looks like sugar.
This next thing they're going to do, I call a baby flare, because it's just like a regular flare, except for they're only going to go halfway down the range when they do their split. Thing they're doing is a flare out. The riders are going to make a turn to the outside of the range and go the other direction. Or basically this means that they're going to be doing a U-turn, which will put the riders in reverse order. So of course the next thing they're going to do is called a flare in. It's the reverse of the flare out, because instead of turning towards the outside of the range, they turn towards the inside of the range. Making another U-turn, and of course getting put back in the correct order. Now they're going to do the heart. In this one, when they get to their corner, they're going to turn and come to the center and meet their partner as close to the middle as they can. Racetrack. The idea of this one is to have the two squads pass by each other at the end of the range, only inches apart. They will be much closer to each other than they would be if they were passing on the street. And if you notice, they will pass their partner at the middle. This will get them set up to do the pass-through. With this one, riders will go halfway down the range and then they will turn to pass between each other. This is a little trickier than the racetrack because not only are they close to each other, but for most of them there's a bike on both sides to watch out for. And then they're going to do another racetrack, just like the last one they did, trying not to kiss each other's mirrors. call X marks the spot. As you watch, the riders will come down the middle, facing towards each other, straight at each other. Just as they get to the middle X, they're both gonna turn to the right, thus avoiding each other. And they're gonna do another deuces, and this is just like the other deuces. They're gonna ride slowly up the middle, side by side. Okay, this is going to be the high-speed cross, and this is exactly as the name implies. The riders will speed up and come fast from the corners, crossing between each other in the center. Another set of individual circles. This is their second set. Remember, while the rider is making his circle, he has to watch what he's doing, what the bike in front of him is doing, what the bike behind him is doing, and staying even with his partner. Okay, this is going to be a figure 8 in deuces. Again, this one is just what the name says. The riders are going to ride around the range side by side in a figure 8. This is not as easy as it sounds because the riders are riding slow, just inches apart, making multiple turns. Sometimes they are the inside bike, sometimes they are the outside bike. They will have to make adjustments accordingly depending on where they are in line. Now they're going to do matching wheels. The object of matching wheels is for each of the riders to circle around on their side of the range while keeping pace with their partner, who is on the other side of the range doing the exact same thing. As the riders complete a lap, they will meet their partner at the center X. Then they will go around for a second lap. This time the circle is going to be smaller, using maybe half as much as the first one they did. They will again meet at the center X to go around a third time, again making the circle even smaller, always staying even with their partner. Remember, trying to keep pace with someone who is at times yards away from you is not as easy as it looks. Circle, but this one with the twist. The twist is that they're facing each other and are coming from opposite ends and still trying to stay even. A little bit more of a challenge. Yeah, they're going to do another deuces, but this one they're going to do from the side instead of from the end. This will set them up to do a couple of race tracks, only these ones are going to be from the side instead of the ends. So this way you'll get to see just how close they are as they pass each other. Okay, and here they are going to form their final maneuver